Hey guys, some Gamer Dude here. Time for another deck video. The Eternal Vampire, Mikage Seijiro, in a Dark Fire Vampire Tribal deck. We'll start with the Mikage himself, and what he interacts with. I know I'm not the only one who didn't take to Seijiro right away. From my perspective, I didn't see how his effect was particularly useful. All it did was transform cards that worked in combination with him into effectively being other cards. Demon Flame into a more cost-restrictive Stoning to Death, and Urashima Taro into a weaker, less costly Camilla. There is also the Mikage himself, who seemed like a crappy Dracula. Both era's vampire decks contained a ton of kill cards, around 12, so Dracula doesn't cost anything strictly speaking. And the flip side, same symbol skills, Mikage has 1/1 less power, Dracula has his own hit to punish them for blocking him at all, while Mikage has a ton of skills that require his ruler side to be used a lot and don't seem terribly useful at first glance. I was pleasantly surprised with Mikage. I'm not actually wrong about him transforming cards into other cards. It's actually strictly inferior to using both Stoning to Death and Camilla due to Muse Celestial of Music, but at the same time, it's actually strictly superior too, because it allows you to split the costs before your restore phase due to Mikage being instant speed, and the actual kill cards after the restore phase, so you don't eat into your resources too much. It also has other benefits. It allows you to threaten Resonators who don't want to block, and provides a mana sink for your excess mana without wasting it because of the blood counters. The split cost is the biggest benefit, and it does make it easier to kill things. Mikage's J-Ruler side effects end up really good too. It's not uncommon to hold him back till you actually need him, and due to him being used as a mana sink and in combination with other cards, you probably end up with about 6 to 8 by then. His -1/-1 effect can be used to force combat into your favour, his +1/+1 counter to a Vampire Resonator, and +2/+0 to himself force through damage. It's also not uncommon for him to have a clear swing at them due to flying, already having a 1/1 counter, then about 5 blood counters left, and going in lethal at 2000. I haven't found a use for the +2 life yet though. So the cards that work with him specifically, it's just Urashima Taro and Demon Flame. Urashima Taro has decent stats for a 2-drop, 5/7, but his biggest ability is to kill something on entry that already has damage. Doesn't sound too impressive, we've had ETB killers before, but this is the cheapest by far. The other two are 4 converted will costs, and the split cost via Mikage does make it even cheaper. Kill for 2 on a 5/7 body? That's quality! Then there's Demon Flame, which played straight is an instant kill for red-black, but it's a bit more complex than that. Split the cost, you have a threat. If something comes to block that will kill your attacker, it's not a problem. They're dead. But being used as an instant kill, however, due to how the chase works and casting cards, is a bit awkward and I think needs explaining. Let's say you want to use Mikage and Demon Flame to kill something at instant speed. Since the chase goes backwards like all games stack equivalent, you'd think you just cast Demon Flame, choose the second option, then Mikage so it has damage. It does work, but you have to specify it's the second effect. It's just because the effect doesn't have to have a valid target on cast, you may run into someone who doesn't understand how it works and have a problem on your hands. For this reason, I suggest using Mikage's effect, then as it resolves, using Demon Flame to chase it. You can chase resolutions in Force of Will. You do have the white page rules from buying the Vampiric Hunger deck to make this. I recommend bringing them. It's on the top right if memory serves correctly. From there, let's talk about Resonators and spells that directly relate to them. We start with Shara, the third daughter of the Mikage, the servant of the Mikage, and Nameless Mist. This part feels like brainless aggro, and it totally is, but having an early 6/6 to 7/7 or a 6/6 and picking out a problematic card from the hand is a benefit, and it's not like either of those things are bad, and it does have a point. The 1/1 counters are immune to Charlotte's Water transformation magic. 4/4 bear, 5/5 bear now, out of Bow's reach. Through this, you can keep your world from dying to that noise. Strictly speaking, I don't have to run Shara to use the rest, get the counters, and not have to worry about transformation magic, but it's still above curve, easy to pull off due to the support, and makes a big dent. Shara does have an effect to deal damage like her dad, but it costs 3. Sure, you get 2 counters off it here, but it's too costly to be of real use. Rinka, the second daughter of the Mikage, is easily the star of the deck in my eyes, and another reason why we use counter distributors and red cards. 6/6 for 2, she's pretty standard right now, but she too interacts with counters. She does damage, counter. She has counter, precision. She spends counter, Flying. Seems alright, builds up easy enough, but what she really shines with is Blood-Covered War Axe, and isn't the only black card to do so. Since Blood-Covered War Axe allows the Resonator to do the damage to each other Resonator, not the addition itself, she gains +1/+1 for each other Resonator on the board. Let's say you have another card to give her +1/+1, so she's ready from the get-go. You spend that to give her flying, she attacks, the axe triggers on attack, she gains +1/+1 for each other Resonator on the board, and +4/+0 from the axe. It's not uncommon for her to be at 16-12 flying, hitting them in the face, gaining a further +1/+1 from their face. Then if that isn't lethal, spend the +1/+1 counter from their face next turn and come back at 22-18, which sure will be lethal. You don't even have to fear her being blocked because the deck packs more than enough kill cards. Like Mikage himself, she ends the game fast if they can't deal with it quick. I'm having real problems with 6 slots in the deck. At the moment, my final Resonator is Elizabeth, Shadow Princess of Blood. Honestly, she's just here because she's a vampire and has a little synergy with Blood of the Mikage. Combo is simple. Once she can attack, cast Blood of the Mikage on her, she becomes 10-17 with precision. She recovers and gains +400 attack whenever something on your opponent's board dies. Since Blood kills her anyway, you just go all out. Kill everything. But the deck does kinda have enough kill, so she feels a bit superfluous. As I've said, it's not concrete, and I'm also toying with Otohime and the treasure box because Urashima will be at max benefit if I do so. It is also more death. You could also fill the slots with Black Moonbeam and Sign of Ancient Law to kill J-Rolls and siphon health, keep the mana curve lower and use Creature from Chaos as it also has synergy with Blood-Covered War Axe. But at the moment I just want more vampires and it doesn't really matter. The slot doesn't really, it's filler at this point. Power Absorption and Dark Purge are my final cards. Power Absorption is effectively another kill card and a +1/+1 counter producer. It starts at 6 and just gets stronger for each vampire and can even give counters to Rulers and J-Rulers. Mikage may not be a vampire ruler until he flips, but someone is. Most of the time, this is 8+ damage for black, and that's just amazing value. The counters are icing. On the other side, Dark Purge is a simple combat trick that helps your cards not die in combat, and also can be used to kill something off with 6 or less defense if it's causing a grief. Because of Hook and the problems he can cause, I'm a bit spooked away from running more than 4 duels in anything but blue right now, due to Water Prison protecting me. For that reason, I'm just sticking to 4 Scorching Bells and 6 Darkness for the mana base. As a package, the deck hits really hard and kills anything in its way. It's not hard to end the game or get rid of things. Thanks to the counters, you can maneuver around transformation magic. For a side, I have suggestions. Magic Stone of Heaven's Rift and Blessed Holy Wolf, or Magic Stone of Black Silence and Destructive Assault. Shackles of Ice can cause problems with this deck, so it can't use at least 8 cards to maximum benefit, so it does need to be dealt with. Unfortunately, only green and white have effective ways to deal with it. There is also the Magic Stone of Dark Depths and Prison of the Lunar Lake or Sign of Dark Hours to consider. Hook is a problem. You need to be able to deal with Hook. Scorn might be worth maining if you really don't like Elizabeth. I could see the argument for Scorn and Arthur Deadlord of Vengeance here to deal with Hook because 4/4 board shift, and we only use black resonators. Honestly, it probably uses the slots better than what I'm using right now. So that's it, guys. I've had a lot of fun with this deck so far, and it's been successful. If you want to try it out, tell me what you think and what changes you've made. This has been Some Gamer Dude, and I'll see you guys next time.